so much easier when I have on headphones. I can just talk into a microphone.
True. Yeah. We can get that set up.
No, it's Gucci.
I mean, it should sound fine.
Yeah, it's just people are looking at me. I don't know what to do with my hands.
I feel that.
Hello, I'm Wes. I'm just kidding.
I was like, how am I supposed to follow that?
What's up, guys? I'm Wes.
I'm Steven.
And welcome to the Once Upon a Nightmare podcast.
That's right.
It's a little podcast we're going to start doing here bi-weekly about everything paranormal, any kind of interesting things,
Horror movies and such.
Yeah. And we're going to use this one as an introduction, and we're basically going to... Excuse me.
Oh, man. That's great. This is great. This is all stuff we can put in bloopers, like, for the end of the episode, or, like, the...
This is an introduction episode to basically kind of, give you the vibes of what we're going to be doing. We're going to be sharing our personal paranormal experience, our first, and why we're attracted to the paranormal.
Yeah. So let's jump right on into it.
Yeah, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
You can go ahead.
Cool. My first paranormal experience happened, oddly enough, on a church campground.
Really?
Yeah. We were, it was for some kind of, like, boys thing. I forgot. It was called Pine-ish or Christ or something like that.
Oh, okay. I got you.
And it was actually the campgrounds there in Tifton.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Back in the day, they used to, I don't know if they still use those fields or not, but it's a pretty nice campground. I don't know if you've ever been there or not.
No, I've never been.
There's cabins.
Oh, okay.
They had a big tabernacle, but it just recently burned down, and they're in the process of rebuilding it. They have a big gym. They've recently had like water slides for the pond.
Okay.
They have a pool. And then they have like softball fields and all that kind of good stuff. It was really cool because I used to go to youth camp there as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, it was a bunch of different churches we were using having like this big bonfire. Like it was a massive bonfire.
Hell yeah. Love me a good bonfire.
But yeah, they were using from where we're at, and then say like bonfire was here. There was just a pool house, and there was a field right here.
Okay.
And at the time, they were growing wheat, and you know how tall that shit gets. So we were out playing in it, and just being kids, goofing off, playing in it.
Yeah.
And we started seeing these like weird lights off in the distance. It started off as like a normal light, then it would go green, and it would go red. Yeah. We didn't think anything of it, man. We thought, because there was a house on the back side of it, and we thought that it was the farmer.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna fuck with these kids, all right? Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, we keep playing. This is the part that things kind of get muddy because I don't remember exactly what happens next. Like we tell some people about what we were seeing, and
right.
But anyway, somehow, some way or another, it ends up with us shining a flashlight out into the middle of the field. And as we pan across, as soon as we hit the center of it, there was a figure, an all-black figure.
Hell
the
no.
light bent around the figure.
Yeah.
And it was booking it across that field, and it was a good 3 or 4 foot higher than the wheat.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Scared the shit out of us.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. Like, we went to the bonfire and just chilled, and I tried not to think about it the rest of the night.
Right. You just maintain.
Yeah. Dude, it was, yeah. So, but yeah, that's
a wild fucking story, sir.
Yeah, man.
My, it's kind of hard for me to say. In my memory, this would be my first paranormal experience, but it's kind of muddy, like you were saying, because this is way back when I was probably like 8, 9, 10. I was very young.
Yeah. It was about how old I was. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So I was.
When you're young, you're perceptible to that kind of shit. So
right, kids, animals, the elderly.
Like my Bram, my son, just every now and then just kind of stares off into the corner. I'm just like, bro, what are you looking at?
What are you seeing?
Like,
I really wish you could talk to me and tell me what's up right now.
Like, I don't understand screams.
So, I guess the way I would describe it, I don't want to like drag it on too long, but essentially, I was a kid. I was getting ready to go to sleep soon, but I was, as we do, your parents tell you go to bed, and you're like, all right, but then you're like playing your Game Boy or whatever the hell. Yeah. I finally was like, all right, I'm gonna go to sleep now. I think it was about 1:00 in the morning, something like that, and I'm laying in bed, and so it's a mobile home we're in. So you know how you can hear people walking.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. You can hear.
It's crazy how sound travels.
Yeah.
So I'm laying in bed, about to be like going to sleep, and I hear these footsteps coming toward my bedroom is at the very end of the trailer, and the air conditioning, the thermostat was like right outside my door. So a lot of times my dad, whose room was on the opposite side of the house, walk across, I'd hear him stop in front of my door, and the light in the hallway would flick on, and I'd know he was fucking with the thermostat or whatever. So I hear these steps come and stop, but it sounds like it stops like right in front of my door, and the light didn't come on in the hallway. And so I'm like, I sit there for a minute, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I never heard any footsteps going away. So I was like, I'm gonna go peek under the door, just under the crack at the bottom of the door, see what's going on, And the reason I say I'm not sure, and it's kind of muddy, because this is how I remember it, but I was also a kid, so like part of my brain is like, still to this day, is like, maybe you were just seeing shit that, but I swear to you, this is the way I describe it. This is prior to the Lord of the Rings movies coming out.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any frame of reference for this, but when I got older, the way I would describe what this thing looked like, so I peek under the door and kind of look up, right? And it looks to me like there's like a dark hooded figure whose face I cannot see, like kind of leaning down, like looking at the crack of the door that I'm looking up at.
Like that you're looking at, yeah.
Right, but I see no face, but I could it felt like it was looking right at me. So I like ran back over to my bed, got under the cover, because the covers will protect me. So get under the covers, and eventually I was able to go to sleep, and I never heard any other footsteps. It was the weirdest shit. There's other ones from when I was young, like a handful, but that's the clearest one where I was just shook. I was like, what the fuck just happened? Because there's no way my father's wearing a fucking cloak staring at me.
I'm finna scare the shit out of my son.
Right. Oh man. But yeah, so that would be my first one.
Oh, yeah.
I've always been interested in the paranormal, though, even prior to that. I want to say Scooby-Doo played a big role in that, because I grew up watching Scooby-Doo, and it made me
mine was
with ghosts and stuff.
What got me into horror was my aunt allowed me to watch Nightmare on Elm Street when I was way
young. Shit. How young are you talking?
I'm talking
like under 5? Under 10?
Under 10.
Under 10.
Under 10. Because the movie came out in 84 and I was born in 87.
Right, okay.
So,
yeah.
Huh.
Damn.
Because I told her, I'm not gonna be scared. I can watch.
Right, I can handle this shit.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, no.
So would you say that's what got you into the paranormal, though?
Well,
watching Freddy?
Well, I mean, that got me into horror movies. I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, I've always kind of put those two in hand together.
Horror movies and the paranormal.
Horror movies, yeah, and the paranormal.
I can see
that. Because it's really kind of not. Like the reality of the two are not far from each other.
True. One is basically just a fictionalized version of.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of people would say that paranormal is fictionalized.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's what's wild to me is the amount of people that don't believe in paranormal. And I'm not saying I believe every little thing, like there's definitely people out there who lie to get attention. Like I'm not saying there's none of that, but even so, it's still fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
And as far as horror movies, you're saying that's what got you into horror movies. I was saying that experience got me into the paranormal and also watching Scooby-Doo a lot as a kid. But I would also say the thing that got me into horror movies, particularly for me, would have been I was raised by super, super duper fundamentalist Christians that wouldn't allow me to watch that stuff. So I was like, I want to watch all the fucked up crazy shit I can.
No, you can't watch this. Oh, yes, I will.
I'm gonna. You can't play Grand Theft Auto. Well, I'm going to play it at my buddy's house.
Yeah, it's like
whose parents don't care.
You can't stop me from doing that kind of stuff outside of our house.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, do you have any more paranormal experiences or anything?
The one that I can think of that's real clear that it happened several times, and at a place that I'm pretty sure you spent some time at.
Was it the Burr House?
The Burr House. So
was it the door?
The door at like around 3 a.m. with the
no shit.
Almost every night.
No shit. The first night I stayed there, I don't know if you were there or not. I know Shane was there. I think Waylon might have been there.
Mm.
But they were telling me about it. I shit you not. As soon as they told me about it, that shit happened.
Bro, that shit.
Not even 5 minutes later, I said, "What the fuck?"
So what we're talking about is there's some mutual friends' house that at least what I was told, because I almost kind of halfway lived there. What I was told was that we Shane's either grandfather or like ex-wife's grandfather had built the house, and that he died in the house, and so there was that one room we wouldn't ever go in where he had died. But also they were talking about when I first started hanging out there that they had read the Necronomicon there, and they were saying, oh, this is probably why this stuff's happening. But I thought they were full of shit, but it happened to me one night, and then it started happening regularly, like almost every time I was there.
It could be. If it was, you said it was the same time every night?
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. Because I don't know if it was the same for you, but when it was happening to me, at least to the best of my memory, it would be because we'd be up late drinking and smoking, hanging out and shit.
Yeah.
So like around usually it was around 3 o'clock in the morning, and we'd be up shooting the shit, and you would just hear 3 times on the garage door. Because there's no door on the garage, like the garage door. It was just a door into the kitchen, out of the garage. So I personally, when it would happen to me, I would get up and run and go look around, like all around outside, because I'm like, someone's fucking with. Like I didn't believe it was paranormal, even though I believed in the paranormal. I was like, it might just be someone fucking with us. Every time I ran around the house, I never caught anybody. I never saw anything. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was paranormal, for all I know.
Like I'm like you. I'm into the paranormal and I believe it. But if something's happening, my mind automatically wants to disprove.
You want to be skeptical.
Yeah, it's like, all right, cool. This is probably easily explained.
Right.
Let's explain it. I can't explain it. Oh shit.
Oh shit. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that always stuck out to me because that was like, because the other shit happened. Most of the other shit happened when I was a lot younger.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to really feel about it. Not that this devalue or say that it's like total bullshit, but like something that happens to me as an adult.
Oh no, 100%. Yeah.
I'm gonna much more clearly be like, yeah, I tried to disprove this and I couldn't. Like with that, I was like, I'm gonna catch these people at it.
Yeah.
And I never caught anybody. I never heard anyone running in the distance. I never saw anyone so I don't know. Maybe it was, but I don't think reading the Necronomicon had anything to do with it.
No,
I don't know.
Honestly, it could be just a residual thing.
It could be
if it happened at the same time every night.
Yeah.
You know, but it was also if it happened at 3 a.m. That's the haunting hour. And if it was 3 knocks, it's a mock of the Holy Trinity.
Right.
So,
see that whole aspect of that shit always is. It's hard for me to reconcile the fact that I personally don't believe in the like religious stuff, but like that had a lot of people who believe in the paranormal. That's a part of it for them.
Yeah.
So how do you reconcile? You know what I mean? Like those two things. Because I do believe in the paranormal.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's like demons or like. Necessary, not to say like I don't think like negative entities exist, but like I don't think it's like biblical demons and stuff.
I mean, sometimes it clearly is.
Yeah.
Like depending. I mean, this is for another episode we can get into. So, but anyway, shit. I actually have one.
Okay.
It's happened pretty recently. When Casey and I were still dating. Did you? I don't know if you've ever went out there. Do you know where Shady Grove is? Sail City.
I've heard about it. I've always wanted to go, but I have not gone. I know what you're talking about.
I haven't been there in a long time, but
isn't it like 7 churches or something?
No, that's in Albany.
Oh, okay.
That's in Albany. Yeah.
I have heard people talk about Sail City being haunted though.
Seven churches got real popular, and I think the police started patrolling it a lot,
of course,
because I think stuff was getting vandalized and whatnot. Because
it's like Spook Bridge and stuff.
Yeah. No, but Shady Grove is this little church. I don't know if they still use it or not. It's got this graveyard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but supposedly there's a witch buried there. Yeah. Is the story I was told when I was told about it.
Continue what you're saying. I don't want to interrupt, but I do have. You just made me think of something that's very similar. That's nearby, but a different town. But go ahead.
But
I just don't want to forget.
Casey and I had went out there before. I think actually all this happened the same night. Because I told her about it because I used to live in Silver City.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah. I lived there with my dad. And as a matter of fact, the church wasn't very far from where it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a long dirt road. And right before you get to the dirt road, there's this big curve. And that's how you always know you were there, because as soon as you hit that curb, you get a sinking pit in the bottom of your stomach. That's how I always knew I was there.
Damn.
It was like clockwork. As soon as you hit it, you see that curb.
Yeah.
Boom, sinking feeling.
Huh.
It was crazy. Anyway, it's got this little fence you have to squeeze through. But we were just checking it out, taking pictures, and she say like, all right, when you squeeze through, all right, so like this is the fence to squeeze through. The church is right here. There's this little mausoleum thing right here.
Okay.
And then there's a little carport right next to the church, and then the rest of it's graveyard. And it goes back to the woods.
Okay.
And there's swampland like on this other side. We get there, we're snapping pictures, and we're facing the church this way.
Okay.
And she takes a picture, and we almost didn't see it, but there's a silhouette of a woman on the backside.
Oh shit! In the picture?
In the picture.
Oh wow!
It's very, very like.
Wow! And it's like, does it look like is it like does it look like a spirit, or is it more solid, kind of like a solid type thing?
It's like semi transparent. That's why it was hard to see.
Yeah.
But you can but when you see it and you focus on it, and you know it's there, you can clearly tell it's a woman.
Huh. That's wild.
Yeah. So I think it was a Thursday night. We went to trivia at Blue Sky.
Okay.
And we told Tommy about it.
Yeah. Oh.
Tommy's like, we got to go. We're gonna go. We're gonna do an EVP session.
Because
you know, I don't know if you know this, but he's performed exorcisms.
Has he?
Yeah,
I did not know.
He's told me some stories about that shit.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, me and him had a conversation in front of Blue Sky about it one night. Well, he's been part of the exorcism. I won't say he performed them.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's like, we got to go. We're gonna go. We went and bought digital recorders, and he's like, we're gonna do this right. So we get there and we use a candle because natural light draws in, spirits.
Yeah.
The little mausoleum that's there is of like this 10-year-old girl that passed away. I don't know the backstory. I don't know her name, all that kind of good stuff. So Tommy's going toward, all right, so like the gate, like I said, the mausoleum's here. Me and Casey are going down the path toward the back of the graveyard, and Tommy's going this way. We're doing our own thing.
Yeah.
We're doing a little EVP session. We're walking, and Casey and I were like, let's stop and play it back.
Yeah.
You can hear us walking in the grass, and I can't remember if she asked or I asked. Anyway, one of us asked if everybody was there. Shortly after, something called my name. It was a female voice.
Whoa.
They used Wesley. Nobody calls me Wesley but my family.
Right.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Dude.
Jesus.
Yeah. It was clear as day. It said Wesley. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Damn.
Oh, no, it gets better. It's not the only thing we caught that night.
Oh, shit.
So, we were like, Tommy, listen to this shit. And he was like, damn, obviously there was something there.
Yeah.
So, we walked back toward the back of the cemetery, and there's big mossy oaks hanging too, so it looks creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
We were trying to find the witch's grave because supposedly she's buried a different way than everybody else.
Gotcha.
But we really couldn't find it, so we were like, all right, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
And we get down to like the back side, and there's this big old burnt circle. It looks like somebody was doing some kind of a seance.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And me and Tommy are having a conversation about it, and he uses the word bad juju.
Oh shit.
And when you play it, the recording back after he says bad juju, you can hear a little girl giggle.
Wow.
Clear as day. You can hear a
Damn.
giggle at him saying bad juju.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So we were gonna go back toward the other side, but he was like, oh, no, I'm getting a really bad feeling about this.
Yeah.
And then we started feeling like we were being watched.
Mm-hmm.
So as we were leaving, because we had a little disposable camera too.
Okay. Yeah.
As we were leaving, we started flashing pictures. The last picture we flashed. You know how animals' eyes reflect light after you flash something?
Yeah.
We flashed out into the woods. There was eyes everywhere in that fucking in the tree line.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
We left pretty quick after that.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. That was the craziest shit I've ever seen.
That's wild, bro.
And you probably think I'm making that shit up, but I
Bro.
wish I still had the recordings. But yeah, dude,
That is wild. What's wild about it is I've heard a few folks talk about stuff like crazy. You're not the only person that I know that has mentioned wild stories that has happened to them at that specific place, but I've never been.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a place that you talking about the witch's grave made me think of a place. There's a place, so I don't really like shouting out the exact location online where we are or any of these places necessarily,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a place not far from us. I'll just put it that way. You could probably find it online. It's called the road, and the name of the place is Burnt Church Road.
We actually
out in
didn't we pass it coming this way?
No, so it's the opposite direction.
Oh, okay.
It's about 20 minutes down this way.
Okay. I thought I saw Burnt Church Road going back toward the town.
There might be a similar name.
I got you.
But so Burnt Church. The story is that there's a church on this road. It's an old building. It's not used anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very old and stuff. The story with that place goes that back in the day, there was like the old church that burned down that the road is named after. Basically,
Mm-hmm.
what they say is like the church doubled. This is so far back that it was, I guess, like the 1800s, where sometimes the church buildings would double as like a school, and they would teach kids and stuff. So the story goes that the woman that was teaching these kids was a witch, and that I think that if I'm remembering this correctly, the townspeople burned down either the townspeople or the witch burned down the building with the kids and stuff inside and the witch inside, and so they buried them in that cemetery. And the story was that the witch's grave was different. It was like these certain types of piled up stones or whatever. So we went out, me and I don't remember who was with me, went out to try to find that grave and also just see if there was anything strange going on. I didn't do any EVPs while I was there, and I didn't see anything in any of the pictures that I took. And we also couldn't find the witch's grave. So it was a complete bust. But for me, a lot of this, I really do like the just the cool backstories to stuff. But when you're talking about the witch's grave, it made me think of
as well as atmosphere, because if you go to pull up to any place, have you ever been to the old asylum building in Albany?
No.
You know what I'm talking about? The abandoned.
I haven't heard about it.
Yeah. It's not hard to get to.
Yeah.
Cops,
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of times those places will be patrolled.
Cops patrol it because there's a lot of gang going on and stuff there. But I went with a buddy of mine and his girlfriend one time, and the back part we were at, I got really kind of spooky vibes. But we went to the front part and just walked through the building. There was no. It felt because you can usually tell the places give off a bad vibe or not. So
there was a building that got torn down in T-Town that had I guess it was some kind of old warehouse, kind of behind the jail and stuff.
are you talking?
It's gone now. They tore it all down. But
are you talking about the old Coca-Cola buildings?
Is that what it was?
Yeah, over down the road from that.
I never knew what it used to be because it was so fucking old.
Down the road from the that meat store, Townsend. On that same road, down the road from Ashley's.
I can't even remember the road names over there.
No, Ashley's is auto repair. When you go down that road into the other side, the post office is right there.
Oh yeah. Where there used to be a Harvey's on that road, right there at that light.
Close to it. Yeah, it's not Herman's anymore, but
Yeah,
the same place.
But that place, I've had so many people from that town. I never got to go. I always wanted to check it out, but I never had a chance. But a fuckload of people have told me that place was very active with paranormal shit.
I mean,
a lot of places that I wish I could have gone that now either are gone or they're heavily patrolled.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was also like 10 years ago, so
true.
They might not be as patrolled as they used to be.
You never know.
You
know. Did we cover? We covered our first paranormal experiences. We covered what got us into the. Was there any other topics we were trying to get to during this episode?
No, not really.
I would definitely say a lot of the shit that I was into as a kid got me into the paranormal. Like I said earlier, like Scooby-Doo, even like Courage the Cowardly Dog. I would even credit Courage for getting me kind of into just horror.
Yeah.
Because Scooby-Doo's not really scary.
Courage
was there's some terrifying shit in some of those episodes.
That is the most borderline horror kid show that has ever been.
Grim Adventures of
Billy Mandy is really good. Yeah,
good stuff, man.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
Cool. Well, I would say it's probably going to wrap us up for this first little introduction video.
Yeah.
So
appreciate everybody watching this.
Yeah.
If you made it all the way to the end, thank you very much, and we'll have another episode coming your way in a couple weeks here.
Yeah. See you guys.
Stay tuned.